Hey there everyone, Mr. Holdout here, bringing you the Le Chateau de Loire settlement build. Finally, at long last. I know I've been hyping up this thing for a while now, but I've got everything done and ready, and I'm ready to give you guys a tour. But before we get started, I have a couple quick announcements I want to make. Like I've told some of you guys before on some of the live streams, I recently built my new PC, which means I'll be able to do some PC builds here soon. So hopefully I can get a PC version of this game and be able to do some of those builds. And also with my HD capture card, Elgato capture card, I'll be able to do some live streams. So be looking out for some of those in the next day or so after I upload this. And before we get started, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future settlement build videos. Alright, let's get started here. And here we have the front courtyard. Some of you might remember this from my previous videos. You can see I've added a lot to the landscape here. One of the first things you'll probably notice is I pretty much doubled it in size. Here's the main fountain here. Well, one of the main fountains. Tried to make everything look as regal as possible. Now, one thing I'll go ahead and say here is that the front courtyard is actually a lot less advanced than the back courtyard. I actually put most of my time and effort into the back courtyard, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Try to give you guys a good look here so you can see everything. Oh, and you might notice I have royal guards standing out here. See the uniforms they got on. Oh, one thing I'll go ahead and point out here is someone on the settlement build Reddit told me about the trees that I had. They said that it looked kind of weird that I had all, one color tree, which was green. And I got to thinking about it. I thought, you know what? They have a good point. So I put in some different colored trees and tried to space them out a little bit to give it a little bit more variation. And I think it looks pretty nice. So that was a good tip. Lots of greenery. You might notice the flowers here. Here's the other fountain here. And you'll be seeing a lot more of this hedge design in the back courtyard when we get to it. You'll see a lot more of this. Got some cannons over here. Oh shit, who's that? Anyway. Another guard over here. Just giving you guys a good look so you can see everything. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move into the house itself. Now, one thing I'll go ahead and say here is that unfortunately toward the end of this build I ran into some problems with my Xbox, and basically it just got to the point where it couldn't render everything. So I had to cut some corners in certain parts of the chateau. But for the most part, everything's decorated. But I'll point out to you some of the spots I wish I could have improved on when we get to them. But for now, let's go ahead and get started here. Go ahead and go inside. You can see we have a little intermediary area here. Or I guess you call it like a mini entrance. I don't know what you would call it. See, I have royal guards standing out here. Fits from the the Moon Palace player home mod. The person who made that mod, by the way, is probably one of the best mod authors out there in my opinion. Their player homes mods are just out of this world, and I'm not gonna lie, I really only downloaded that mod just so I could get the uniforms, but the player home mod is good too. So if you're interested in that, it's called the Moon Palace. It's definitely a good mod to download. Yeah, this is basically the first little front entrance here. These are the guys who would, check you as you came in. And here's the main foyer area. See, I added a little bit more decoration than last time. You got these nice little lamps up here. See, lots of greenery, decoration. Now back there behind that is the ballroom / throne room, but we'll do that last. Save that for last. See, lots of stuff up here. Just trying to give you guys a good look. See all the detail. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the dining room, I would say, the grand dining room. You can see I changed it quite a bit. I actually put in blackout windows because I thought it looked a little bit better. I was going to put it in other parts of the chateau, but by the time I got to that point, the game was just lagging so bad that I really couldn't. So this is the only room that has the blackout windows. See, I added a little bit more decoration and changed the style a bit from last time. Got music. Here's some secondary tables with nice chairs, lots of flowers and greenery. Here's the main table, fully decorated and everything. Here's a table or tables with dinnerware sets on them. Wet bars with tons of drinks and booze and all that good stuff. Nice curtains on all the windows. Have these old-fashioned, old-style paintings up here. God damn, dude. Anyway, sorry about that. See more paintings up here. Alright, let's go ahead and go through here. Here we have, oops, let me close that. Well, I'll show that later. Here we have a mini hallway, or another little kind of small hallway that connects other rooms together. More plates and glasses and all that on tables. Here we have the kitchen. Didn't really change much in here just because, like I said, couldn't really add anything because the game just wouldn't let me. But I added a couple extra little things. There actually were some things sticking out of the roof and I really had no idea how to fix it. So I pretty much just put this big awning type thing over it to kind of cover it up and make it look more natural. So it's the best I could do in that situation. So you got tons of pots and stuff. Here's like the main grill, I guess you'd call it. Fish. More stoves. Stove there. Got barrels. And here we have a storage closet where where the cooks would keep some of the hides that they've tanned and all that, and barrels for storage. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and move on to the grand hallway, or I guess you would call it the vestibule, whatever. The vestibule is basically just a fancy word for a hallway. Now this is the room that gave me quite a bit of trouble. For one thing, this is the part of the chateau where the game gets really laggy and buggy, and sometimes like the images would basically the actual chateau itself would just disappear for a few seconds before reappearing. So I'll have to move pretty carefully to make sure I don't, cause that. Actually, one of the rooms that I wish I could have redesigned and did more of, but like I said, with the Xbox pretty much hitting its limit, I was pretty much forced to, cut corners here. But I think I added quite a bit of decoration to it, so that was, oh yeah, you can see it doing it now. There's the images. Yep. There it goes. Oh shit, I better get out of here. But before I go, basically, like I was going to tell you, the point of this room is it's basically just a place for people to get around and stuff and talk and meet and greet and all that stuff. And you can see it's pretty bugged, so I don't want to stay here too long. Just to give you a decent look at what it looks like. Give you an idea of what it looks like here. Alrighty, here we have basically the grand hallway extended. That over there connects the other grand hallway or the other vestibule. Now this place don't really have any problems with this area here, so we don't have to be too careful, but I'll still be careful nonetheless. You can see I gave it pretty simple decoration. Like I said, I probably would have wanted done more here, but the Xbox just wouldn't let me. And over here we have this hallway. I'll give you one last look of here before we go. We have the other grand hallway. It's pretty much the same thing, I just duplicated it. This one's pretty bugged out too, so I'll have to move carefully not to, cause and that sort of thing. But I think I still decorated it pretty well. Alrighty. Now here we have this other, I guess you'd call it another sitting room, or I don't know what you'd really call it, but I actually got this design from one of the Tomb Raider games. It's based off of the Croft Manor. I actually reused this design in one of my Spectacle Island Mansion builds, but I redid it here and it looks a lot better than my Spectacle Island Mansion. But you can see not much has changed since last time because this was one of the last rooms I worked on, so I couldn't really add much. Over nice little sitting area here, fireplace, lots of drinks, books, portraits. Got a printing press here. More seating area right here. More seats. Plants, and that's about it. I'll go ahead and take you to the next floor. You can see how laggy the game is. I'm Xbox hasn't self-destructed at this point, honestly. Go ahead and come up here. And here's the second floor. See, I gave it a little bit more decoration, added more greenery. Let's go ahead and go through this door. I'm going to you on this side. The decoration because it has less decoration due to the fact that the Xbox was slowing down, and that side over there is the one that has all the really good decoration because that's when I was just starting out and the game wasn't lagging so bad. So we'll start with the slightly less advanced version first, and we'll work our way to the good side. Go ahead and walk around here quickly. Basically all I could add was just a little bit of seating here or there, some portraits and some lighting. About it. Pretty simple. Alright, let's go through this hallway. Pretty simple hallway. You can see how skinny the hallway is. I couldn't really add any furniture in here because it's just so skinny. If you put like a dresser or any kind of desk or anything, it'll just take up most of the hallway. So I decided just to put portraits and lighting in here and leave it at that. Alright, here we have the, I guess you'd call it like the guest bedroom or the secondary bedroom. You can see the design in here is pretty simple. The master bedroom is a lot better, but this one turned out pretty good too. You see I kept everything quite simple. Like I said before, by this point the game was just really slowing down, so I kind of had to cut corners on some of these rooms here. But overall I think these rooms turned out pretty good. Nice paintings and everything. Alright, let's move on down to the or I guess you call it the bathroom or secondary bathroom. This one's a lot less advanced master bathroom looks like, but overall it still looks pretty nice. You got some sinks, toilet, shower, more plants, your towels and shelves and all that. Pretty simple yet elegant. Alrighty. Now we're going to move on to this final room. Now this room's actually kind of cool because when you look at it you think, oh, it's just a simple sitting room, maybe like a library or something. But there's actually a secret here. Believe it or not, these bookcases here are actually doors. So yeah, I basically just used a bunch of doors everywhere, but if you open the door here, leads to a secret entrance or a secret pathway. Basically that staircase takes you to the attic. Give you one last look here before we go up there. Now fair warning, the attic is basically just a bunch of junk, but that's the point of it, is to show that the owner of the house just uses this place to kind of store all of his junk. So as you'll see here, gotta move carefully, you can see all this junk up here. This is where the owner of the chateau keeps all of his stuff. You can see like a lot of this stuff doesn't really fit the theme of the chateau, but this is some of the stuff that he likes, so he keeps it separate from the rest of the building. I always see this, if somebody was, walking around, they wouldn't normally stumble upon this. This is just something only the owner of the home would have access to. This is where he keeps all of his stuff. You know, boxing ring. Here's a teleporter pad. The owner of the home could teleport here if he wants to. Got animatronics and stuff. Kind of give it that look. Nuka World stuff, arcade machines, all that. Rocket ships, cryopods, bookcases. Some of the got a little mini studio here. More animatronics. Like I said, it's basically just a spot where the owner of the home stores all of his junk. There's not really supposed to be any kind of design to it. It's just random. Alrighty, I think I've shown you enough here. So let's go ahead and move on to more of the house. Scoot on down here pretty quickly. So that's basically the second floor on this side of the house. Now we're going to go to the other side of the house and show you the good side. Alrighty. You can get a good aerial view of the downstairs. Let me close this close that. Yeah. Alright, here we go. The good side of the house. So here's the main, I guess you'd call it the main sitting area here. You can see I put in a really nice fireplace here. I really went all out with this side of the house, so the decoration is especially good here. I'm not sure these are pink. A lot of conflict. It's pretty annoying, but there's not much I can do about it, so it'll just have to be, I guess. Got a nice little seating area over here. Curtains. We come over here. Got more seating area. You can pretty much do the same. Boy, the game's really starting to lag, let me tell you. Hopefully it doesn't get too much worse. More seating area here. Just kind of like a nice little living room, I guess you call it, upstairs living room. Try to give it nice decoration. And past here, or past these doors, is the library slash study room, I guess you'd call it. I especially like this room. I think this is probably one of the nicer looking rooms. It looks like a library. That's why I like it so much. Got books, portraits, little lamps and stuff for studying and all that. Pretty nice room here. This was actually one of the rooms I wanted to put blackout windows in, but couldn't. Box. I think the another room over there that I showed you earlier was the other room I wanted to put blackout windows in. Yeah, that's about it for this side. Alright, let's go ahead and take you to the main hallway, or not the main hallway, the good hallway, I guess you'd call it. Now here, we have the master bedroom. You can see I really put a lot of There's the bed. Nice seating area here. Got a ship up there. Bookcases, plants. I put in a different flooring here, you might notice. If you look out here, the wood is like a light brown, and then when you come in here, it's like a black color. Thought that looked kind of nice. A lot of these designs actually came from the Moon Palace. Like, when I downloaded the mod, I really explored that place really well, and I looked at all the different rooms, and it gave me a lot of inspiration. You can definitely see that here in this build. See a lot of the Moon Palace inspiration. Nice little portrait here. the outside. Got a dresser, clothes, and here's a desk. Alright, let's go ahead and take you to the master bedroom here. Not the master bedroom, master bathroom. Bathroom is what I meant to say. Here's the master bathroom. Now this one was kind of an oddball when I first built it. When I first built it, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. But now that now that I'm looking at it now, I'm quite pleased with it. Bath. Obviously the idea is kind of like, I know it looks kind of like a pool, but it's supposed to be a bath. You can see I got all kinds of towels and stuff, candles. You know, the bathrobes and stuff. I actually wanted a waterfall coming out of these statue heads, but unfortunately the waterfall went through this floor to the floor below, and obviously I couldn't have that, so I had to take out the waterfalls and just put in these little sprinklers here, just to give it the illusion of water. Just, you know, the bath is just starting, so it's only starting to fill up with water. But overall, I think the bath looks pretty good. I like it quite a bit. It's pretty luxurious. Alright, on to the final, not the final room, but the last room on this hallway. This is actually the gentleman's room, so some of you guys, you know, you'd probably really enjoy this room. Go ahead and give a couple of shout outs here. Uno Bros, if you're watching, Ghost Rider, Elite One, Troy, Turkey Buzzard, Chaos, and Star. You guys are watching. This is where we would hang out as men. Not that women are invited, I guess. I guess they could come too. Sorry if I missed some people. I know I've got other friends too, but those are just people I could think of off the top of my head. I actually quite like this room a bit too. I like it a lot. It's got a very sophisticated look to it. See, I got these cool banners here. I got taxidermy here. See, gorillas. Those are from the Far Harbor DLC. Got a bear up here. Here's the main seating area over here. This is where we would all sit and talk about stuff. Got cigars, cigarettes, tea, coffee, all that stuff. Pretty much anything you ever wanted, all right here. Pretty nice room, I have to say. I really like this room a lot. To make it look like a gentleman's room as close as I could, or make it look as manly as possible, but I think it turned out good. This is a good home base for the Kingquisition A-star floors. Guys, a really good base here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to the ballroom / throne room. The guest room left, so not yet. Hopefully it doesn't get dark before I can show you the back courtyard. Alrighty guys, the moment you've been waiting for. This is the biggest room by far in the whole settlement build. You guys ready for this? And voila. This place actually took a pretty good while to build. You can see I've got this really nice flooring down to give it a regal look to it, to make it look royal. Nice columns and everything. I wanted it to look as royal as possible. You see, this is the ballroom part here, where all these tables are and stuff. That's the ballroom part, and then over here, back here is the throne. This right here is supposed to be a long banner with flags on it, but it's actually just a bunch of curtains stuck together. Here we have royal guards standing here. See, I have a good mixture of red, gold, and blue here to make it look, you know, the royal colors and everything. Got a throne here. One for the king and queen, presumably. Go ahead and sit here. Now, so you would sit here. and look out your guests are eating and dining and stuff. But like I said, it's pretty much a big empty room, but I did put a lot of effort into making it look like a throne room and a ballroom. How it turned out, so that's a good thing. And these flags here, they don't really mean anything. They're just colorful. I just put them there to make it look like it was royalty and stuff. You can see how many rugs I put down. Each one of these little squares is basically one rug, and you can see how many I put down here. That took a while. One last look, we head on out of here. You see I got some stats there. Alright, let's go ahead and head on down to the backyard, which is probably one of the best areas of this entire build. I came up with a lot of good ideas when I was building this part of the build here. Alrighty guys, here we go. The back courtyard. You can see how massive it is. It's way bigger than what you saw last time. Here's one of the centerpieces here. You can see I use a crap ton of flowers. That was basically my whole theme of this build, was using tons of flowers. I don't think anybody else has done that, use as many flowers as I have. I think I'm the first one to do it. You can see it's starting to get a little quite dark here. It's because I took so long showing you the inside, but you can see all the flowers and stuff, the landscaping. Everything looks pretty nice, I'd have to say. And I basically put two other, I put a gazebo type thing over here and like a little this idea. I got this idea from one of the mod author who made the Moon Palace, and I got this idea from an English country house on one of the mod websites. What's it called? I can't think of it. The one with the not but home on that website. Alright, one thing I think I'm going to go ahead and do here put a lot of effort into that. This right head work that I'm showing you now was absolutely exhausting, because unfortunately these flowers that you see here, once you place them down, you can't move them. Now you can delete them, but you can see how much I've bunched them together that pretty much, selecting one is impossible. So if you make a mistake or one sticking out and ugly, you pretty much have to restart. So this was a time-consuming process. Pretty much one of these little hedge pieces here, just one of them, after I did one, I was completely exhausted and had to take a long break because it just wore me out. Try to show off this a little bit more. Here's the gazebo. Dang, it's starting to get dark here. I was hoping it wouldn't get dark so soon, but oh well. Fast forward through time and wait till morning if I have to, if it gets too dark. I actually planned on showing you what it looked like in the dark time, but I wanted you to see it during daytime first. You can see that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and mosey on over here quickly. Tons of flowers everywhere. You can see that one here. Get a good look at it. You can see the amount of effort that would have gone into this and how time consuming it was. More hedge work over here. And here's a little area I was garden sitting area. Got a nice waterfall here, flowers. Just imagine how relaxing it'd be to come out here and sit on one of these stone benches and then just enjoy the peace and quiet. Alrighty, let's go ahead and show you, move on down to the back part over here, or the next. I didn't put more headwork over here because this time I was just completely exhausted and didn't want to do anymore. So I put down these purple plants here to kind of give it, more of a, it looks like hedge work, but it's not because I didn't use hedges, but it still looked really nice. These are actually really weird purple plants that I'm using, but they blend in real well with the red and white flowers. You can see I got kind of like another gazebo type thing here. More sitting areas. Flowers all the way around this. Got a monument here. I couldn't really think about what to fill up the space with here, so I just put down a monument. I figured that some of the old-timey chateaus actually had monuments on the property, so I just put down a monument. More flowers, stuff here. Got some hedges here. Another gazebo. Or I think they call it a bandstand. And gather and talk and all that. Alrighty, I've been recording here for a while now. Now, one thing I wanted to go ahead and do is I'm going to sit down here and fast forward to nighttime, because I wanted you to kind of see what it looked like at night. But I'm going to move quickly, only a few more minutes, and then I'm going to end the video here. Skip a few hours here. Alrighty, now you get an idea what it looks like at night. In my opinion, it doesn't look nearly as good as it does in daytime, but it still looks pretty good. You get a really good view of the chateau here. You can see the landscaping of that. Should have shown this off when it was daytime, but oh well. And I'll run through the interior, and that'll be about it for this video. I'm not going to go that hallway, that's the really buggy one. Things lighting in here because I just Xbox is at its limit, so. But here it gets a little bit better. Like I said, I'm just going to move here pretty quickly because I don't want the video to drag on too long. See, these hallways are pretty well lit up. Probably should have put a little lighting in here, but oh well, I think it looks pretty good. I don't want it too bright in here. I think that would look a little bit. Now this side of the chateau looks really good, no matter if it's daylight or nighttime. It just looks amazing. Everything's so good. Do a quick run through here. I'll show you the room real fast. Here's the master bath. God, I really hope the game doesn't crash now. That'd suck. Master bath looks really nice at dark, at nighttime. Here's the gentleman's room. Looks nice. And I'll go ahead and show the throne room off here quickly. Basically, it just looks dark. That's about it. Couldn't add more. Well, I probably could have added more lights, but it would have just made the game lag even more. Lights are actually really bad at slowing down the game, so I didn't want to put too many. It's basically just pitch black. It actually looks kind of cool when you look at it at night. Looks pretty neat. Alrighty. Show you the front courtyard and that'll be it. Front courtyard actually looks really good at night too. Oh, one thing I didn't show you, I'll go ahead and show you this here now while I'm remembering. Didn't show you this. I basically didn't do anything here. I just left. The only thing I did was change up the trees a little bit to put in different color ones, and that was it. Basically all it does, you come around here and it takes you to the back courtyard. That's about it. And the other side looks the same, so I won't bother to show it because I don't want this video to be an hour long. Here's the front courtyard at nighttime. Everything still looks pretty nice, but not quite as good as if it was daytime. See, the guards are here 24/7 doing their thing. And yeah, guys, that's about it. That's pretty much the chateau. I hope it was worth the wait. I definitely put in a lot of time and energy into this build. Arguably, this is probably my best build I've ever done. If I had to, probably my biggest regret, I would say, is not doing it on PC, so I didn't have to worry about the stupid lag and game crashing all the time. But that's for another video, I guess. And yeah, that's it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for future painting videos. And that'll, not painting videos, sorry, that for future settlement build videos. And that'll do it for me, guys. Take care. Bye.